over the internet. Let me see this lady, bro. I heard about this lady. Flight attendant fired after posting twerking video. Damn, sweetheart.
She made headlines as the twerking flight attendant who lost her job after this video went viral. Now she's speaking out in an interview with our Amber Cogliano.
She's the flight attendant whose twerking cost her dream job.
I didn't think that, being so happy can turn into something like this.
Nell Diallo was having a great time dancing and twerking in the aisle on an empty plane before an early morning flight.
I decided to just take advantage of the moment to wake myself up and kind of get myself hyped up for my day, basically.
She posted the video on TikTok along with the caption, "What's wrong with a little twerk before work?" But after the video went viral, she says Alaska Airlines fired her.
What did they say to you?
They just said that I broke their social media policy.
Nell had only been on the job for 6 months. She says she was twerking to celebrate the end of her probationary period.
Why did you decide to post the video?
And I was really proud of myself that I came so far. I just didn't think that my video and my post and the way I was dancing would be deemed as inappropriate.
So how did you feel in that meeting when they told you you lost your job?
I put on such a proud face every time I stepped on that plane. And for them to terminate me without giving me a chance, it just was unfair.
Let me tell y'all something about corporate America. Let me tell y'all something about corporate America and just social media and just it's like we're almost maybe you see the video like that and somebody might say, oh, well, what's the problem, man? What's so wrong? What did she do? A lot of these companies not playing around like that, bro. Corporate America, you're airline attendant, flight attendant for Alaska Airlines. You're wearing their logo on as your uniform or whatever the case is. You're wearing their merchandise as a representation of them. If they decide that they don't want people twerking on their planes as a representation of the employees that they have working there, they do have that right to let you go. Whether you deem it as something that's light, what's the big deal, this, that, and the other, they saw a big deal. And the irony of that whole situation is that that was how she chose to celebrate the conclusion of her 6-month probationary period. She completed 6 months with the company doing whatever the case is, and on the 6th day, you decided to post you twerking in celebration, and that twerking got you up out of that job. Social media, and again, as somebody who creates content and puts content on social media, man, it's a thin line when we embark on being transparent and vulnerable, and the things that we constitute as good content or whatever the case is. It's tricky to assume that your art or your stance or whatever the case is will be interpreted the same way you intended it to. There's a lot of the times people think they say things in jest or, whatever the case is, and it gets interpreted wrong way on the receiving end of your target audience, right? But specifically to this lady here, man, I heard about this story. I didn't know it was still going on. That was video from Inside Edition maybe 4 days ago. I heard about the story. She still seems to be distraught. Take the L and keep it pushing, bro. It's the best advice I could do. Yeah, it maybe tarnishes her chances of getting another job within that space as well too. She did say that was maybe a dream job, and she was proud to get that role, whatever the case is. So maybe this opportunity maybe does falter her chances of getting another job within that space as well too. I had this conversation as well, man. Nowadays, man, if you are somebody that's doing a little bit of both, so entrepreneurial and the 9-to-5, whatever the case is, find a job that's okay with what you do, bro. Because again, I said this before, all these jobs are watching. Every last single one of them. You might think, oh, my page is private or this, that, whatever the case is. These people could, if you got a private page, maybe you could, maneuver a little bit or whatever the case is. But it's not enough to just assume, oh, well, I don't talk to anybody at work, so they don't know my page. What? People are private investigators. I feel like everybody has a level of private investigation within their background. So it's just the extent of what a person would do for that as well too, you don't know. So just be mindful, man. It's unfortunate for anybody to be losing a bag right now during the times that we living in, bro. Again, you just finished 6 months of whatever it was she was going through. Find another way to celebrate. Or you could twerk all you want, but maybe don't do it in your employer's uniform and recording yourself on the plane and uploading it. If you're gonna do something like that, you better make sure the company culture aligns with your personal expression of gratitude. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe there's some institutions that don't see a big deal with that, but I don't. Clearly, Alaska Airlines is not one of them. Nonetheless,